Riding a bike. I love riding my bike. It is red and fast. I ride my bike in the park. The wind feels cool on my face. I see trees, flowers, and birds. My friends ride their bikes too. We race and have fun. Sometimes I ride slowly and enjoy the view. Riding a bike makes me happy. I want to ride every day. My school life. My name is Elena and I'm a pupil of Green School. My school is in Orange Street. I am 12 years old. I would like to tell you a few words about my school life. I go to school 5 days a week except Saturday and Sunday. Classes in my school start at 8 o'clock in the morning and end at 15:3. I often have 6 or 7 lessons a day. I study a lot of different subjects: English, history, geography, biology, physics, chemistry, math, etc. I like English because I can learn lots of interesting things in England. I usually receive good marks in this subject. I wish to become an English teacher in the future. This is my school. It was built about 10 years ago. My classroom is on the 3rd floor. Its windows face the schoolyard. There are 2 large windows in my classroom. A great amount of flowers grow in pots that stand on the windowsills. Pupils in my class are responsible for watering the flowers several times a week, and I all do it with great care and pleasure. On the walls of my classroom there are different color maps, portraits, and wall newspapers. My school has a stadium, a library, a gym, and a computer room too. I love my school so much.
School of Air. Many of us may be surprised to hear the name School of the Air, but there are over 10 of them in Australia. Alice Springs School of the Air is one of these in the Northern Territory. The school provides an educational services for about 120 children living in Central Australia. Students of this school live far from each other, so they don't have normal lessons in classrooms, but they study at their homes. They get lessons from their teachers through post or email. They have to work 5 or 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. They send their work to the teachers and discuss it over the internet. They can borrow books from the school library, and the books arrive by post. They also take part in outside classroom activities such as sports and games.
Is texting better than calling? Some people say we're trading convenience for connection when we send messages. What you need to know. In 1993, telecommunications company Nokia released the first cell phone with text messaging. Every day, about 23 billion texts are sent worldwide, and about 4.1 billion are sent in the US. Studies show that talking to a loved one on the phone causes the brain to release chemicals that make us feel better. According to some scientists, texting can improve relationships and mood by making people feel connected. Season's greetings. The first text message sent in December 1992 from a computer to a cell phone consisted of 2 words: Merry Christmas. In a recent YouGov survey, 40% of people said texting is their preferred method of communication with loved ones, while 29% said they prefer staying in touch by phone call. In particular, young people between the ages of 18 and 24 prefer to text, not call. Many people say texting is quick and efficient. It helps them stay in touch even when they're busy, and a simple text can make someone's day. But others say that even though we're saving time, we're losing something more important, like real connection. They think typing out a few words will never measure up to talking. What do you think? Is texting better than calling? Yes, it's still meaningful. Who has time to get on the phone and chat about their day? Even when we're super busy, texting allows us to stay in touch with family and friends and let them know we're thinking about them. Plus, texts give the sender and the recipient flexibility. You can reach out without worrying that the other person might be in the middle of something, and they can read and respond when they're free. And with texting, you can send a simple emoji, picture, or meme that says so much more than words and can make them smile, laugh, or replay happy memories. You can't do that on the phone. No, so much gets lost. It's too hard to have a real conversation by text when you can't hear the other person's voice or tone. In texts, you can't really tell if someone is joking, smiling, or upset, which can lead to major misunderstandings on both sides. Plus, it's impersonal. Both the texter and the person being texted could be doing other things at the same time and not really paying attention to each other. That doesn't build connections, and it doesn't happen when you're talking face to face. Besides, not everything needs to be put in writing. Some information or news is better shared verbally, especially if it's sensitive or private. Yes, 3 reasons texting is better than calling. 1. Everyone is busy these days, and it's too hard to find time to talk. It's easier and more convenient to text. 2. You don't have to worry about the other person being available, and they don't have to respond immediately. 3. You can share links, pictures, memes, and emojis by text, but not on a phone call. No, 3 reasons texting is not better than calling. 1. Having a real conversation or resolving a problem over text is difficult when you can't always tell what someone means. 2. It's impersonal. It's easy to avoid truly paying attention when you're texting. 3. Not everything belongs in a text message. Some things are better shared on the phone.
Who invented the sandwich? School children often eat sandwiches, but have you ever wondered who thought of putting food in between 2 slices of bread? Some people think it was a man named John Montague. He was an English nobleman who lived about 250 years ago. He had a special title, the 4th Earl of Sandwich. Sandwich is the name of a town in England. This man loved to play card games. Once, he was so busy playing cards that he did not want to stop to eat. He asked the cook to put some meat between 2 pieces of bread so he could eat and play cards at the same time. So John Montague ate the world's first sandwich. The people of France do not believe this story. They say that French farm workers and travelers often prepared meat or fish between 2 slices of bread, but they did not have a special name for it.
Should people get time off to care for pets? Some people say pets need the same care as any other family member. What you need to know. About 66% of households in the U.S. have a pet, including 65.1 million with a dog, 46.5 million with a cat, and 11.1 million with a fish. Surveys have found that most pet owners think of their pets as members of the family. Some companies offer employees paid time off to care for a new pet. Last fall, the New York City Council proposed a bill to let people use their paid sick leave to care for a sick pet. It has not become a law yet. Fun fact: nearly 72% of all households in Wyoming have a pet, the most of any state in the U.S. When people have a baby, they often take paid time off work, called family leave, to care for their new addition. And parents with a sick child often leave work to take them to the doctor. But these policies don't apply when the little one is a pet, not a person, even though many Americans consider their pets part of the family. To address this, some companies have started offering paternity leave, paid time off to care for pets. Pet owners say this recognizes how important pets are to them. To others, however, it's not a good use of company time and resources. What do you think? Should people get time off to care for pets? Yes, it's good for everyone. Pets are a lot of work, especially when they're young and they get sick just like children do. Workplace policies should be more humane by acknowledging that. Plus, studies have shown that pets are great for people's well-being. If employers make it easier for people to have and care for their animals, they'll have happier, healthier employees who are focused and productive at work instead of distracted with worry about their pets. Generous pet care policies could also encourage people to adopt shelter animals, which often need extra care. Giving workers time for that could help many wonderful animals find loving homes. No, pets aren't people. People say pets are family, but the truth is that animals simply don't require as much work as human children, especially when they're babies. It's not reasonable to compare the two, and there's no need for dedicated time off for pet care. If someone chooses to adopt an animal, they know it comes with certain responsibilities, so they should be prepared to use their vacation time to care for their furry friends. Besides, giving someone time off to care for a pet means that more work will be passed on to other employees. That's not fair to workers who choose not to have pets or can't have them because they're allergic. Yes, 3 reasons people should get time off to care for pets. 1. Pets need a lot of care just like kids do, and employers should acknowledge that with their policies. 2. Giving employees time off to care for their pets means they'll be happier and more productive when they're at work. 3. Policies that allow time for pet care could make shelter adoptions more likely. No. 3 reasons people should not get time off to care for pets. 1. Pets might be thought of as family, but they're just not the same as children. 2. People who adopt pets should take responsibility for that decision and set aside vacation time to care for their furry friends. 3. It's not fair to employees without pets who will have to take on extra work when pet owners are out.